Hello everybody and welcome to 24K Lorcana. We are here once again giving you a video and we are back from Seattle, guys. It was another, so those of you that have been following me since Vegas, it's been another one of just testing and testing. We finally hit Seattle. There's some good news, there's some good to take in, some bad to take out of my experience from Seattle. I did want to share you guys my journey and kind of what happened. I did decide to take Sapphire Steel again. As you guys know, I topped 64 in Vegas with Sapphire Steel. I was one of the only two that topped that event. And then it did gain a little bit more popularity as I believe 4 topped this time. Sadly, I wasn't one of them, but we did have a pretty good tournament from what the hands that I was dealt with, the matchups that I was dealt with. It was definitely interesting, but I did want to tell you guys my journey. So I decided to take Sapphire Steel again. I go on Friday, the day before, and I kind of tweaked it more lower to the ground. Me and my teammates, shout out to Top Choice Gaming, we already had set to just beat green steel. So I was 4 cannons, 4 P in my deck. And that was just kind of the very nice thing to just, I was just 2-0ing green steel and testing all the time. But I go on Friday and I realized my red-blue matchup is really weak. I had never gone 2-0 against red-blue in like a weekend of the challenges. And I was not about to let that happen on Saturday because it happened on Friday on the side event. And I was like, nope. So I kind of go back to kind of the build that I like, which is to not really lose against red-blue as a blue-steel player. And then we make the changes. And we kind of go a little bit back to the higher and taller blue-steel build. I know a lot of the builds, they don't really play it the way I do, but I'm just so used to it and very comfortable with, which is pretty cool. I like that. I like kind of my own unique way of how to play blue steel, and yeah, I'm still having results with it. I did face 3 amber steels in a row. As you guys know, amber steel's a really tough matchup, especially the 2 of that matchup. Beating that deck on the draw is really tough, especially because their daisies and everything. It's a lot of high shields. Their Lawrences, their Smees, their Rapunzels, their Naveen. Like, there's a lot of it you just can't ping off with the 2 strength, right? So I faced against 3 Sapphire Steels after starting the day 1 win, 2 wins, 2 splits. So I started my day 2 wins, 2 splits, and I think I go against or 2 wins and a split, and then I go against literally 3 amber steels in a row. And yay, we split against all of them, which is pretty hard to do. We were able to split against all of them. I actually faced one of the persons that I faced was the one in the finals of the Seattle event. Shout out to him. Great job on getting 2nd place, man. He's actually from SoCal, but I faced him and we split. So I was able to split my amber steel matchups. So I still went with the theory of splitting your worst matchups, and make sure you 2-0 everybody else. Sadly, I missed a top cut by 2 points. I got 43 points. And I needed to get a few of the 2-0s in there. I definitely needed at least one more 2-0, right? So it came in my round 1 against Purple Red. I'm great against Purple Red. I'm used to 2-0ing it all the time, especially the build that I had. I had Arges. As you guys are going to see the deck list, I'm going to kind of go through it. I kind of had it built exactly to kind of beat green steel, don't lose to blue-red, and be able to 2-0 everything else. And that was a strategy. I faced 0 blue-reds that day. And then I go against 3 amber steels, which is probably my worst matchup because the way I have this deck built, I don't mind going against blue-red. I go against purple-red round 1. I destroy him round 1. But then game 2, guys, I play 9 ways to check Flynn, and I draw 0 of them. He doesn't have a play till turn 3, but his draw in the beginning of turn 2 is literally the Flynn, and he told me it was. And his Flynn literally gets to resolve 3 times. He's at 9 lower. There's no way of coming back, and that's one of my splits that if that could have been a 2-0, the whole day could have changed because, there could be a huge shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? But nonetheless, I'm very happy with the build. I'm going to keep updating you guys on it. I know it had been a while. I was so close to taking Merlin Shift. Yes, the 4 support with the Merlin Shift, and they get to search any card from your deck. I have a build on that. If you guys want to see it, make sure you guys let me know. on the comments, but I have a build with that. I knew the new set's going to come, so it's going to change things around, so maybe you guys don't want to see that, but let me know if you guys do. I was so close to taking that build. I was testing both of the builds, but I decided to take this build. I want to show you guys what happened. I am very happy with this deck list. I think it was, I played great. I did great. It sucks that I faced 3 Amber Steels. I got 3 splits there. And then my purple red that I was supposed to 2-0, I could not see the check Flynn, which is very unfortunate, but I did well. We got another, there we go. We got another beautiful, let it go. Look at that beauty, guys. So Vegas, I went 5 wins, 4 splits. And in this Seattle, I went 4 wins and 5 splits. Yeah, I think I said it right. But we haven't gone 0-2 yet in the Swiss rounds, guys. We have not lost yet in Swiss out of the 18 rounds of taking blue steel. So that feels pretty good. But let me go ahead and show you guys the deck list, and make sure you guys keep watching the other coming videos, because blue steel is going to be a really good deck. But first of all, actually, before I go on, make sure I want to give some shout outs to the Cookout. That's a Discord group that we kind of started from OG back then. The Cookout, 2 members, one of them in my last 2 videos, if you guys check them out, they both made top 64. One of them went all the way to make a golden Mickey. Check out my last videos. They're members from that Cookout. Top Choice Gaming, they believed in me, they sponsored me, and you know, I've been grateful ever since. The description is down below. Also, with Sapphire still becoming more popular, I have been accepting like a coaching. I have done a few sessions here and there. If you guys need coaching, make sure you guys hit me up. I'll leave on the Discord below, and we can talk about how to go about that. But with that being said, let me go ahead and show you guys this blue steel list that I believe is really good and performed really well for me. Alrighty. Hopefully you guys can hear a little bit of that music background in the back. Oh, so excited you guys can see my pins. Alright, let's see. Alright, guys. So the first thing that I wanted to show is 3 Fortisphere and 4 Pawpsicles. So we're gonna go a total of 7 Pawpsicles. The 3 Fortisphere and the 4 Pawpsicles, pretty standard. That didn't change much. I like this number. I'm gonna kind of go fast a little bit on the things you guys already know how to play. I decided to go to 3 cannons. 4 was a little too much, especially in a very open meta that I'm not gonna face 9 green steels, right? I'm not gonna face 9 hyper aggro. So 3 cannons was really nice. And in the matchup that I need to see a game 2, I just hard mulligan for it. Or if I ever see 1 in my opening hand, I always keep it. So 3 was a right and a good number. I wouldn't change it if I were to play again. I also played 3 Tipo. In certain games, this was a worse card, especially like in discard, stuff like that. So I only played 3. 3 was good. You kind of prefer Fishbone Quill, but you'll take the Tipo sometimes. 3 Tipo was nice. I play 4 Smee. 4 Smee is really good. I like it. This is the card, like, this is not ever getting cut, like, unless it's like some broken drop 2. This is just kind of keeps you in the game and allows you to go, this is the way I win my blue-red matchup, from dropping this on 2 and allowing me to get 6 lower, or until they contest it, right? Because I'm healing this off Pawpsicle, so this is never going away until they deal with it. It also gets, it doesn't play into the Sisu. I played 3 Arges. This guy has been MVP for me so well. I wish I could add a 4th, but honestly, like, he's just been so good. It's good against a purple red. It's good in a lot of those strength matchups that you just kind of want to deliver. It checks the Flynn, but also he's actually really good into Amber Steel. If they want to go that Daisy route, this guy just drop him and then he checks the Daisy, and then you don't care that you'll take that trade any day, because them, as long as you stop them from questing and it allows you to go into the late game, you auto win the late game with Cogsworths and Tinkerbells and such. So you just want to stop them, and you say, well, they have the owl, they can just ping them. If they're wasting the time to ping, or they're wasting, that means they didn't drop Little Cindy. This is when they drop Daisy. So they don't have the singer and they're hard casting like the Storm Mage, you take those as well. So it's a really good card. It's actually be MVP probably of the day as well. I decided to play 2 Visions. On Vegas, I didn't play Visions. I like Visions because I'm able to dig 5. It's really good early game if I need a specific card, but it's really good mid game, but it's also a good late game. So it's just a good call around. 2's just been a nice number. It lets me dig for lucky dimes, or lets me dig for specific cards. The reason I went with this as well is because I decided to play 1 Rise. I decided to play 1 Hideaway. I didn't play the Cusco bodies because I had other bodies that I prioritized. And there's times when, let's say I need to get rid of a castle to keep me in the game, or I need to out the dime or whatever. I don't want to kind of like, I need to dig with visions, and I need to have still ink available to be able to do that. So that Cusco being 6 ink kind of hinders that. I really wish I could play the Cusco, but this was nice. I also wanted to do a 1-in-1 because there's a lot of, it's a toolbox deck. That's what I considered it. And this allows me to kind of dig for one or the other. But there's sometimes when I want to see Rise, and there's sometimes when I want to see Hideaway. I want to see Hideaway for the Lucky Dime, but I want to see Rise against locations. So I decided to do the split, and it's been good. I probably wouldn't switch that. 2 Visions is also really good. I wouldn't switch that at all. I did cut the cannons to 3, but I did not cut P. P is absolutely insane. It is really good tempo card. Being able to play it on turn 3 against Green Steel after they drop the Ursula. Karaoke Ursula is really good. Also, after Ariel goes, they add a song and then you drop the P. You just kind of slow the tempo down and you're able to get to play your 5 and 6 drop before they whole new world you, or you're able to kind of slow it down. That way you're able to draw more cards before they fully discard you. So this is really good card. Also, late game, this wins games against blue-red against purple-red. You have no idea how many times I was able to drop this Pete with an Ariel that you guys are going to see that I play. So being able to drop those 2 is just really good. 4 Pete, absolutely mandatory. Another card that's mandatory is 4 Fishbone Quills. Broken, good. 4 of. Another card that's broken, 4 Hiram, good. Broken, 4 of. I decided to play 2 Grav. I don't need to play 3 Grav because I play 3 Fire the Cannons, which is way better. I'd rather pay 1 to deal 2 damage than be able to pay 5 or sing with 5 late game to be able to ping 2 to everything when I should already have checked the board anyway with like a Tinkerbell, my Smees, Arges, etc. So 2 Grav is nice. No more, no less. One of the most broken cards that a lot of other blue steel players say that it's not that good and that maybe the build without Whole New World is better. I still like Whole New World. I think it's really good. Being able to quill Whole New World is one of the things that other decks can't do, and I want to take advantage of that. And whenever this card is bad, then I just Tipo and I just quill it. So I'm going to continue to play Whole New World until this card does me wrong. I will continue to play it, and it's done me way more good than bad. It's also how you win your purple-red matchups, by the way, as well. I played 3 Cogsworth. I was kind of one of the first ones, guys, that actually started the 3 Cogsworths. Everyone's like, always 4 of, always a 4 of. Nope, 3 of is just fine. I never seen a time when I'm like, man, I really wish I had a Cogsworth right now. But there's definitely been a times when I just wish I would do something else other than this. 3 Cogsworth is good. Still really good in the steel matchup. But, yeah, 3 just been hitting nicely. 4 Tinkerbells. Tinkerbell's absolutely insane. Broken, just really good powerhouse. Checks boards. Yeah. 4 Tinkerbells. Kind of go from there. A lot of my list is kind of similar to the Vegas, but different to a lot of everybody else's. So it's pretty cool. I do play the 1 Gaston. I like it. I like 1. Would I play more? No, because my uninkable count, I believe I was at 19, guys. I was at, nah, actually, I think I kind of chilled it, and I was at like 17 or 18. I can't remember the top of my head. But I played the 1 Gaston, filters for 3. The reason I like dropping this card is because being able to drop him and digging 3 and being able to get the Whole New World or grab or my next follow-up after I put this 4/4 body quest for 3 on board is really strong. It also baits a lot of like answers to where they kind of wish removal on this, which is absolutely pointless. But it's good. I like it. I decided to go back to a card that's really good against blue-red that I was having issues on Friday that I did not have. I went back to 3 Hades, guys. 3 Hades is just absolutely broken. It's just so good. Insane card. Insane value. I'll play 3. If I ever not play 3, is because we're doing this. That's the only reason, just because I want to get to play this. But I like 3 Hades. It's nice. It's good. It allows me to kind of feel like a blue-red deck whenever I need to feel like a blue-red deck. I like it. 3 Hades. A lot of people will be insane. I said 3 Hades, that I play 3 Hades. 3 Ariel. This is kind of your win condition. This is kind of way you push out and win some games against purple-red. Being able to drop this as soon as turn like kind of 4 or 5 and be able to put pressure on them and race. It's really strong. Ward. Quester for 5. It's really good. Really insane. 2 Tamatoa. Since Ariel is your closer, I only do 2 Tamatoa. kind of more because, you know, I didn't want to do the Mufasa. I was kind of short on an inkable, so I decided not to. And this is an inkable card, but the only reason is a Whole New World, whenever you discard your Lucky Dime, you're actually able to pull this. So instead of quelling my Lucky Dime to get more ink value, I'll just take the hit and then like discard my dime, knowing that I can grab it with Tamatoa later. But also him hitting board early on turn 6 and being able to recycle your Pawpsicles and your Fortispheres is really strong. So I do 2 Tamatoa, nothing did change, and the 2 Lucky Dimes. Broken, good, and just an overall powerhouse to have. Is a way to close out games. And yeah, that was my video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions, make sure you guys reach out to me. Also, a crazy story that I kind of wanted to share about Swiss. So I ended up the Friday talking to some, I think it was Friday or Saturday morning. It's like, hey, you're the guy that like started the Cloud Kicker build with the blue steel and stuff. I don't know why that ever kind of like took off, by the way, the Cloud Kicker thing. It was pretty cool. It was actually a really good deck. But he's told me about, oh, like I got my wife into the game and that was her first deck that I put her into, a blue steel with the Cloud Kicker, and she really liked it and stuff. But we've tried it ever since, and you guys know how I fell off of that, because for this kind of last format, it has not been good. As much as I want to make Cloud Kicker work, it just was not it. So we were talking about it. I'm like, yeah, man, don't worry, I'm gonna try to make it happen again. The next day holds, which is Saturday or that day later, and I did not know this, but I'm actually playing against his wife, and I was so checked out by then because I thought I was doing bad before I started 2-0ing to get my Let It Go. And she tells me, oh, like I used to play that deck, you're really good with it, and this and that. And then he comes up and he's like, no way. And this whole time I was playing his wife, but he had shared his story, and then I ended up playing her. And I thought that was pretty cool. And then it like all makes sense. And I was like, oh, she's like, oh, yeah. It was kind of crazy. It was cool. It was awesome being able to just kind of like those, like, you know, even though I was kind of doing rough at that moment in the tournament, having those like laughs and just sharing with the community some, you know, smiles, no matter how the games turned out. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna keep grinding with this deck. If you guys need help, like I said, let me know, and make sure thank you guys for all the support. I can't wait to you guys to see you guys hopefully in last chance qualifiers where I try to get in. But congrats to my teammate that got in, and congrats to any of you gues that got your invite, and any of you guys that had a great time and got any of the prize cards. You know, congrats to you guys. Thank you guys for all the love and support. I will catch you guys in the next one. Let me know what kind of builds you guys want to see next. Later.